Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a new video. So the F80 M3 is going bye-bye for a little while. If you guys have been following my journey, you guys know that we are going to get some paint work done on the F80. Not because anything is wrong, but we're going to get it perfect and do some custom work as well. So headed up to Panas Auto tomorrow morning, dropping the car off. And I have a really sweet loaner. If you guys are familiar with my friend Jeff, who lent me both his 911 Carrera T as well as his GT3 not too long ago, he's letting me borrow his new to him 2014 AMG G63, which is a G-Wagon. So pretty sweet. It's pretty hooked up. It's got some big meaty tires on it, some nice off-road lighting. It's pretty sweet. But car is going to be headed up to Panas Auto, and we're getting a few things done. So if you guys know, we are getting the hood blended into the fenders, obviously into the bumper as well. We're also going to be getting these reflectors here deleted. So I have the paint match, quote unquote, reflectors from IND. I got these when I first got the car. I actually reached out to IND and I was like, hey, these are obviously not matching well. You know, did I get the right color? And they were like, yep, you got the right color. And they were kind of fighting me on it. It was a little weird. So I kind of just dismissed it and it was like, you know what, I'm not gonna even bother. It looks better than the orange reflectors and it wasn't worth my time. So originally I was just gonna get them matched while we're getting everything blended. I'm just actually going a step further and getting them totally deleted. So it's gonna be shaved, gone, not gonna have to worry about them at all. Yes, I could have gone with an OEM Euro bumper and just got a whole new one, which doesn't have these. But they're like 12, 13, 1400 bucks. And shaving them is obviously a much more cost-effective option. And this bumper is pretty much brand new since it was PPF'd since I think about 700 miles since the first owner. So perfect shape, might as well just get it knocked out. So that's gonna look beautiful. Everything's gonna be blended and looking perfect as well. And also on the rear, this little bump, little dent, if you will, I had that there since I got the car. It was one of those things that I knew about when I purchased it. And I said, when I get the time, I would address it, get it sorted. So while it is at Panas, they're going to sort this out as well. It's pretty minor. It's nothing crazy. It's just kind of, I think the previous owner bumped into something very lightly. So they're going to pop that out, do any work that they need to do, any paint work, and just kind of fix it up so it's going to be perfect. But that is going to get done over the next week, week and a half, and I'm very, very excited. So when I go to pick up the car after it is completed, I'm going straight over to Auto Couture actually, and we're going to be getting an oil change done since I'm at the year mark. I haven't even hit the 3,000 to 5,000 miles that people won't normally change the oil since last year. So I'm going to be getting the oil changed since it's been a year, and figures might as well just stay on top of that, as well as getting the alignment tweaked just a little bit. We got an alignment last time we were there. We're going to get it tweaked just a little bit more to kind of perfect it and get it exactly where I want it. So after that, the car is going to be beautiful. This whole video is going to show that whole process. Me obviously now bringing the car, getting it done, going to Auto Couture, and then seeing kind of the final result of everything completed. So I'm very excited to get this wrapped up. It's going to be fun driving the G63 for the week. And also, if you guys didn't notice back here, there's no garage door lights on here. That is because I was woken up, or I got the lovely surprise of a very loud bang in our garage this afternoon when the tensioner wire snapped and the spring shot backwards. And yeah, so that was fun. Luckily, there was no damage to anything. Thankfully, the car was okay. And obviously nothing happened other than the snapped wire, but we're going to be getting that replaced actually tomorrow afternoon while the car is not here. Thankfully, it's got to be out of the way anyway, but we're going to be getting the tensioner conversion done as opposed to just replacing the wires and springs. So we're going to get the whole bar going across, get rid of these springs. That's old tech, if you will. And also that allows me to be able to do the side mount garage door opener in the future if I ever wanted to. It's something I wanted to do. I always wanted to get rid of this. A lot of people were telling me to do that when I did the garage, to get rid of this whole thing and just do the side mount. So now that we're gonna have the bar going across, that is a possibility, and we may do that in the future. But main priority and main focus is obviously to get the door functional again and get the tensioner conversion done. So that is getting done tomorrow afternoon while the car, or I'm out getting the car dropped off at Panas. So I'm going to catch back up with you guys tomorrow when we're headed up to Panas to drop the car off, and I'll take you along for the journey. Good morning, guys. It is the next day, headed up to Panas. We got about 45 minutes left. Just enjoying the ride. This car drives so nice, it's crazy. I feel like any time that I've taken the car out lately, it's just to come up this way to go to Auto Couture or get something done to the car. So once the paintwork and everything is finished, I am going to be driving this car a ton this summer, and I'm really looking forward to it. But it's a beautiful day. I got my coffee and my Porsche mug that matches my seats. I know it's kind of a little much, but I love it. So I'll catch back up with you guys once I get to Panas. I'll see if I can get anything. Probably just gonna be talking with Eddie over there just to kind of go over everything and make sure we're on the same page with it all. But yeah, I'm excited to drive the G63. I've never driven a G-Wagon. I've been in them. They're amazing. They feel great. Very quality, super nice feeling, but I've never driven one. And this one is pretty massive. I'll show you guys in a little bit, but I'll catch back up with you guys very shortly. Alright guys, so we picked up my buddy's G63. This thing, you feel like a baller in here. It's crazy. It's the first time ever driving one. It actually has some pretty serious power. I'll show you guys the exterior and everything in a little bit, but just cruising home. And the visibility in this thing is insane. The amount of windows, you can see everything. And plus you're pretty high up since this one is lifted, and it sounds really good. So cruising home, everything went great with Panas. Met with Eddie, went over everything, gave me a tour of the shop. Super, super awesome. And we're gonna get some really, really nice work done, and I'm excited to pick it up in a week. So this time next week, hopefully I can get up there to pick it up, but it will be done by then. So let me find a spot, pull over, and I'll show you guys what this insane G-Wagon looks like. Sorry, G63. And we can kind of go over it. I'm not a really big Mercedes kind of person, but this is kind of winning me over. This is pretty nice. All right, guys, here she is in all her glory. Absolutely massive. This thing is kind of scary driving at speed on the highway. The tires are obviously pretty massive, so when you're driving, you can definitely feel the float when you're turning, changing lanes and everything. You're probably doing like 70 miles an hour. It feels like you're going 900. It's crazy. But really, really awesome. Really enjoyed my experience with it. I'm going to be having it for the week, so I can update you guys later on once I get a little bit more experience. But overall, Jeff did a really nice job kind of cleaning this up. Previous owner had some blacked out lights on it, so the tail lights were blacked out. These lights here were blacked out, so he kind of brought it back to an OEM plus type of look. Sorry for the wind. It's a little windy today, but here's the back with the OEM tail lights. The red ones look so much better. Look how massive this thing is. It sounds amazing. Exhaust tailpipes are off to the side here. I'll give you guys a little sound clip in a second, but look how massive this thing is. So badass. Absolutely love it. It's like a grown-up Wrangler. So one thing I wanted to show you is the door sound. So listen. Oh, so satisfying. Then closing it. Oh my God. Feels like a tank. So good. Absolutely love it. I'm gonna be doing that all day long, all week. But yeah, this thing is pretty amazing. So let me get you a little bit of a sound clip. All right, let me get you some underload sound clips. This thing sounds pretty darn awesome. Sounds pretty sick. It's got some nice pops and gurgles. I'm not sure if this exhaust is aftermarket or not, but it sounds really good. So while I was gone dropping the car off at Panas Auto, we had the garage door people come out and install the new tension conversion tension bar. So much better. So the springs are totally gone now, which is great because it actually cuts down even more on the sound of the entire door going up and down. So the opener here is a belt driven opener, which is really quiet to begin with. And now without having all the springs move and everything as it opens and closes, it is super quiet. So it's so much better. Kind of happy that happened. Kind of update the garage door. I actually even inquired how much it was to replace this entire door to get something new. But we decided not to do it at this time because we just wanted to get the bar done, get it functioning at this point, and then we can always do it in the future. But now we have the option to do a side mount opener. So ideally I would like it on this side, but I'm not sure if I have enough room because the opener is pretty darn big. But we'll see. We still have it on this side, and it would be much easier to move the vacuum down lower and have it right here. I would have to, I might get another plug put up there or something, or just, I don't know, we'll see. But it'll be much easier to move this down as opposed to the whole entire pressure washer system. A lot more holes in that as opposed to this, so that would be easier to do that. But now we would be able to remove, obviously the opener, so all of this, we can remove the little piece of wood there, as well as all that metal scaffolding in the ceiling. So that would be super clean and would really, really open up this whole entire garage. And again, I know a lot of you were telling me to do this when I did the garage, but we were spending a boatload getting this garage done to begin with, so we didn't do it at that time. But now, about a little over a year later, we got the bar done, so now we can get working on removing this, get the side mount done. Let me open and close it so you guys can get an example of how it works. So as you can see, it pulls up on the wire on the side here. Well, I guess you can't really see now, but so super quiet, works great. No springs bouncing back and forth as it's closing. And yeah, I'm super happy with that. They were here and got this knocked out in about, I don't know, 45 minutes, which was great. I thought it was way more expensive to do this bar, but now we're kind of up to date and got everything working properly. I also put the garage door lights back on, so I just have it plugged in here, plugged into the bottom one, turn it on, and we got the lights there. So when the garage door is up, I actually get some light on the car on the back side of the garage, since the door covers these two fixtures when the door is up. So love this. This is a really popular kind of modification that a lot of people enjoyed. They kind of followed suit and did a very similar kind of project as this in their own garage. But I've been really happy with this. It's helped out so much over the last year or so with the garage door up and getting some extra light on there. We got a lot of things done in this video, but I'll catch back up with you guys in a week. Hey guys, it is actually a full 2 weeks later. I'm actually headed up to Panas right now to go pick up the car. I told Eddie before 2 weeks ago that if it needed more time, then most certainly that is totally fine. There was no rush or anything. So given the extra work that we planned on doing with the reflector delete as well as the rear bumper little dent that they were fixing, I said, you know what, just take your time, no rush and everything, and we decided to kind of push it out a little bit longer and make sure it was done 100%. Eddie has been sending me update pictures and everything along the way, and it is insanely perfect. I am so happy that we decided to kind of do everything all at once and get it knocked out, and it really turned out awesome. So obviously I'm going to show you guys once I pick up the car, but as you can tell, I'm in the G63. So the initial plan was to go pick up my buddy Jeff, whose this car is, and then he was going to come up to Panas with me. I was going to put the stock OEM hood in here, and he was going to drive it back to his house so I can pick up the hood from him over the weekend. But given the fact that we stretched this out a little bit longer than we initially planned, Jeff had some prior engagements today that he wasn't able to come up with me. So a little bit of a crazy day. So I'm actually driving his G63 back to his house. Then I'm taking an Uber to Panas, picking up the F80, and then I'm headed over to Auto Couture to get an oil change, as well as get the alignment tweaked. So since I'm only about 20 minutes away from ACM, when I'm up at Panas, I figured we'll go get that knocked out, and the car will be 100%. So again, a little bit of a crazy day, but I'm taking you guys along. Just wanted to update you guys. It's been a little bit, but I'm really excited to get the car back and have it in my hands and see all the work and everything. I am super ecstatic how everything turned out. So I'll get some clips along the way, but right now I'm just trying to get up to Jeff's so I can catch my Uber and go get the F80. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Wow guys, what a day. We are home, car safe and sound. That was pretty insane with the amount of places that I went, the amount of different cars I was in, bouncing all over the place. It was a full day. I'm exhausted, but the car is home and it looks incredible. Now, I'm not just saying that because of all the work that we did and I'm just trying to justify it all. It truly is an incredible job. I am so thrilled with everything that Panas did. It just exceeded my expectations. The way that I was envisioning it in my head was that I would send the car off, it would come back just as clean, if not cleaner and better. And that's exactly what happened. The paint match, absolutely perfect. There is no discrepancy between the colors and fenders and anything anymore. We'll go over kind of how they did it. Again, the paint match is so good. They actually didn't even have to repaint the whole hood. They kind of just fuzzed it in. That's the term they were using, fuzzed. So our main goal was to blend everything in to get it to match perfectly and have no discrepancy, because as you guys know, we originally tried to paint the hood off the gas cup cover without the car there. They did a very good job matching it to the gas cap cover, but when the hood went on the car, we did see a little bit of a shade difference. So that is why we got all this done. But I'm telling you, it is 1,000 times better. It looks so good. Now, what they ended up doing was they didn't have to repaint the whole hood. They fuzzed it into the fenders. So what they did was kind of fuzzed it in from the hood about here all the way into the fender. They didn't have to go to the door. They actually didn't do the whole fender. They kind of phased it in, fuzzed it into here a little bit. So this right here is still the factory paint, and they kind of blended it here. And the whole front bumper was actually repainted, which was really nice. Obviously, I had the PPF, so it was perfect. The main reason is because we ended up getting the reflectors shaved. So as you can see here, there are no reflectors at all. And it just, I mean, you will never in a million years ever guess that anything was there. It cleans up the whole front end, the whole bumper so much better. I mean, look at that. It is so good. I am so happy I ended up doing this, bringing the car to Panas and getting all this done. It looks so good. Yes, you could have done the Euro bumper, spent the $1,200-$1,400 just for the bumper and then having it painted. So you'd be spending quite a bit of money. I spent probably half of that just getting it shaved off and deleted like that. And I get to keep my factory bumper. Also in the rear, as I mentioned earlier, they got the little mishap from the previous owner fixed. Turned out perfect. Not a single issue whatsoever. So it's kind of hard to show because I have the garage door here, but look at that. Absolutely perfect. Not any sign whatsoever that there was any dent or damage or crack or anything. It looks legitimately like a brand new bumper, and they did such a good job. I apologize. The car is absolutely filthy. I was driving home in the rain. It was downpouring. And the car is filthy. And as you guys can see, my windshield banner is scratched like crazy. So most likely that is getting taken off. I do like the look though, so I want to try to figure something else out. And also after Panas, I swung over to ACM, met all the guys and, you know, had a fun day and everything, chatted it up. And we got an oil change, which was really nice. I didn't hit the service mile interval, which I believe most people change it around 5,000 miles. I didn't even hit that in a year since I got it changed last when we did the crank hub. So it was at the year mark. So you either do it at the mileage or a year, whichever comes first. For me, it was a full year. So we got it done. So we got a fresh oil change with Motul 8100 in there. And we also realigned the entire car. So we got it done when I first put the hood on, the alignment at Auto Couture. I noticed the steering wheel was a little off to the left a little bit. Wasn't a big deal. It was driving straight and didn't have any issues. But we decided to realign everything and get everything situated. So we actually ended up with a little bit more aggressive setup. So we're actually up to -3.6 up front, which is kind of where I wanted it to be. It's pretty aggressive, but given the fact of how wide the tires are and everything, I wanted to go a little bit more aggressive. And also I was scrubbing a little bit on the driver's side. Now the scrubbing is totally gone. So that is situated. Fitment is still top notch. Looks amazing. And yeah, the car just drives so good. The car looks amazing. I cannot wait to wash this thing up. It is, as I mentioned, hard to show on camera, but absolutely filthy. You can kind of see it down here. I mean, it doesn't really show on camera. You guys probably think I'm crazy, but the car is filthy. But honestly, it was so fun driving in the rain. The car just handles so well, even on the RT660s, and for not having it for 2 weeks and then jumping back into it and driving all over the place all day long, it was so much fun. This car is so darn good. Also, Panas gave me a little touch-up bottle of the paint they use, the mix. So if I have anything to touch up here, I can use this, which was really nice of them. And also we got here the reflectors that obviously we took off and deleted. And I still have the carbon fangs here that I have to install, but I actually got some new ones because when I was removing them, as you can kind of see, they got a little warped because they were on there so good. It was really hard to get them off. So I picked up a new pair from Horizon Motorsports, same exact ones. So I'm going to actually let the paint cure before I throw them back on. And I'm still deciding on PPF. So let's talk about PPF real quick and then we'll wrap the video up. So as you guys know, I had the car PPF, or the car came PPF from the previous owner. The whole front clip was done, the stock hood, fenders, front bumper, and I ended up removing that. We also PPF is still on the side skirts, mirrors, B-pillar, roof. We have an extended piece right here. I also did have it on the rear shelf here, but since we got the little mishap fixed, they had to take that strip off, which is not a big deal. So we still have some PPF still on the car, but I was thinking the entire time driving home if I should PPF this front end. Now, it's really not too bad to get it done, but I'm trying to debate if I should do it because I love the way the paint looks. I'm just a huge paint nerd. I'm a huge detail geek. So having paint right in front of me is so much better than having plastic. Now, I know PPF over the years has gotten so much better. The clarity is amazing, and honestly, you can't even tell it's there. But to me, it still feels different. Even with the PPF that was on the car, actually, it's still on my stock hood, which I got to go get from Panas in a little bit with my truck. But the stock hood is still PPF'd. I still wasn't a big crazy fan of it. You know, I started peeling up in some of the edges and everything. And to me, once I get at least one nick in it or a corner starts coming up and gets a little dirty, I want to take the whole thing off anyway. And basically to PPF this entire front clip is just as much to repaint everything and how much I paid to get all this done. And that's kind of where my mind is at. You know, PPF the whole thing, basically pay what I just did for the paint, so double that, or just rock it the way it is, you know, ceramic coat it, get it beautiful, and then just repaint it down the road if I ever have to do it again. You know, that's the kind of mindset that I've always had, so I may not do the PPF. I know some people are going to be crazy. Oh, the headlights are PPF'd as well. Those are still on there. But I know some people are going to be yelling at me through the screen and in the comments and everything. Yeah, PPF it, do it. I don't know. I got at least 30 days for the paint to fully gas out and cure before I can make that decision. So I still got about 4, 5, 6 weeks until I can make that decision if I want to do it or not. But right now I'm kind of leaning towards no, because I just love the way it looks. Even though it's dirty, it still looks amazing. And having this fully polished out, ceramic coated, oh my God, it's going to look insane. So I don't know, we will see. But right now I'm kind of leaning not towards doing PPF. So there we go, all finished. Paint match is beautiful, blended to perfection. Looks legitimately like it came like this from the factory. Fitment, as you guys know, OEM hood, so fitment is absolutely perfect. There is no crazy gaps or bumps or anything. Everything is nice and smooth. The gaps are nice and tight. We actually closed the gap a little bit compared to the stock gap that the BMWs in general come with. So we got some nice, really tight gaps all around the whole entire hood. And it's just, this car, now that we got all those little things fixed, especially the rear bumper mishap thing that always annoyed me since I had the car, now that that is resolved, this car is legitimately perfect. And I cannot wait to wash it up and get it looking good because it is filthy right now. You can kind of see it on the windshield and everything and down here, and oh, it's driving me crazy. But gotta make sure I have the time to be able to dedicate to do a proper wash with it. Maybe we'll do a wash and talk and catch up with you guys and all that. But yeah, so thrilled. Honestly, if you guys are looking for top-notch body or paint work and you're in the tri-state area or you're willing to travel, I cannot recommend Panas Auto in West Milford enough. Seriously, top-notch. I have been going to shops for so many years, for so long, and I've never met a shop that was that kind, that accommodating, and be able to knock it out of the park and literally exceed my expectations like that. So Panas Auto is the place to go. I guarantee you, you will be more than satisfied with whatever it is that you need to get done. So hit up Panas Auto, talk with Eddie, tell him I sent you. I promise you, your expectations will be exceeded. And as always, Auto Couture, Matt, and everybody over there, thank you so much for squeezing me in, getting the oil change and the alignment in. I wasn't on the schedule, but given the circumstance, since I was up at Panas, which is about 20 minutes away from Auto Couture, Matt was able to squeeze me in and get me everything I needed to get done the day I needed to get done. And I can't appreciate it enough. And plus being there, there's some awesome cars there, just walking around, and met some really cool people that watch the channel and everything. So that was pretty awesome, pretty humbling to say the least. So yeah, guys, but that is it for this one, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was fun taking you guys along. I am gonna hang out in the garage a little bit more and stare at the car and all this beautiful work, and admire that we are nearing completion of the F80. We still got a few more interior bits coming from MF Interior. Very excited for those. That's going to be awesome. But I'll catch back up with you guys in the next video. If you have any questions at all, be sure to ask them below. But in the meantime, keep it clean, keep it simple, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.